everyone, I'm Katie and this is Kinsley, and this is Keto Cooking with Katie and Kinsley. We're coming at you guys live from Cochrane, Alberta. Thanks for watching us. If you guys are watching this live, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're watching it on replay, put a 2. And thanks again so much for watching. If you don't mind sharing this video out, I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna get started. Today what we're gonna make is super simple, fast, and delicious, especially if you're wanting something sweet. So we're gonna make these soft, chewy, low-carb chocolate chip cookies today. And it doesn't take too many ingredients. Nice and easy for Kinsley to help me, and something she enjoys as well to eat. So to get started, what you're going to need is a bowl of some sort. I'm going to use my mixer. I use less dishes that way. So I'm going to use my stand mixer, and our first ingredient is going to be coconut flour. So you can use other flours to make your cookies, but to make it low carb, I'm going to use coconut flour. You could also use almond flour, but it would be a different measurement. So I'm not exactly sure if you were using almond flour what the measurement would be. But for this one, we're going to do the coconut flour. So we're going to use half of a cup of coconut flour. Kinsley, do you want to help me? You want to dump this in the bowl? And did you want to say hi to everyone? Say hi. She had a late nap, so she just got up, and then she just found this toy in the drawer. So she's kind of occupied with that. Here, Kinsley, do you want to pour that in the bowl? So we're going to put half of a cup of coconut flour into the bowl. So we're going to do all of our dry ingredients first and mix them up a little bit. So that's half of a cup of coconut flour. And I get my coconut flour from the bulk barn. I live here in Canada, so I'm not sure if you are elsewhere in the States or somewhere else. I'm not sure where you can get it from. Probably from the grocery store even, you could get it. Now the next thing we're going to add is sweetener. So I'm going to use monk fruit sweetener today. Normally I use Swerve, but I was running low and all the grocery stores were sold out of it. So I got this one instead. Swerve is my favorite, but this one is also pretty good too. So you're going to use half of a cup of sweetener. So I'll pour this in. Kinsley, you want to pour this in the bowl? Yeah? Okay, let me just finish pouring it in. What do you guys all have going on this weekend? We have a birthday party to go to tomorrow, so that's exciting. Okay, pour that in, Kens. So that's half a cup. And while you guys are mixing up your cookies, you can have your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That way, when you get your cookies all ready, you have your oven already heated to the temperature you need. Now the next thing we're going to add is some baking soda. I have that right here in a little container, and we're just going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon. You gonna dump this in the bowl, Kins? So a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Here, Kins, put this in the bowl. She's sticking stickers on this little guy. Do you want to put it in the bowl, or you want me to?
There.
Okay, it goes in here?
Yeah, that's.
Did I do a good job?
But fat.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so that was a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda that I added in the bowl. And then you're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using salted butter in my cookies, so I'm not going to use as much. I'll just put in a little bit. I'm not actually going to measure it. I'm just going to put in a little. And I'm using pink Himalayan salt. And now we're just going to give that a mix. So that's it for the dry ingredients. So we'll just get that mixing a little bit. And then what you want to be doing while that's mixing is melt 1/3 of a cup of butter. So I already melted it. It's here. And I've just been letting it sit so it cools a little bit before I mix it in with the eggs. That way it's not cooking the eggs. Okay, so that looks good. So that's our dry ingredients. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients right into the dry. Sorry. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to put the wet ingredients right into the dry ingredients. So first things first for that is our eggs. You're going to use 3 eggs. So we'll crack them right in. Hope that no shells go in. You don't get a crunchy bit. 3 eggs. So again, if you guys are watching this live, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're watching it on replay, put the number 2. And thanks for watching this Keto Cooking with Katie and Kinsley. Okay, so that's the 3 eggs there. Now we're going to add in our butter, our melted butter. So it's cooled now, it's been sitting on the counter for a little bit. So this is 1/3 of a cup of butter. So I measured it before I melted it though. So that's the butter, and now I'm going to add in some vanilla. I only have this colorless vanilla. This is what I use for my cakes for the icing, so it stays white if I need it to stay white. I ran out of my other vanilla, my good stuff. But you're going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So if you have the real stuff, I would suggest using the real stuff for this. And that's it now for the wet ingredients. So we're just going to mix that until it's combined. Don't want to overmix it. Give it a good mix. And then the last thing we're going to add is some sugar-free chocolate chips. You want to try? Yeah. Okay, you try. You be a taste tester of the chocolate chips. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So I'll just take this off. And now for the chocolate chips, we're just going to fold them in. So I have a spatula thing here. Get all the good stuff off. I'm just going to scrape the sides of my bowl here first. Make sure it is all combined. Sometimes I've learnt with my mixer, I'll be pouring my cake batter into the pan or something like that, and it didn't actually all mix. So you gotta make sure that it mixed properly. Okay, so now, like I said, our last ingredient is chocolate chips. I'm gonna add in 1/2 of a cup. You could do a bit less. 1/3 of a cup would probably be good also, but I like chocolate. So I'm gonna add in a little bit extra. So 1/2 a cup, and I'm just going to fold that in. I'm just gonna take it out of the stand. Just fold the chocolate chips in until they're mixed. And this is gonna make about 12 cookies, depending on how well you divide it. I guess could make a few extra, a few less, it depends. But to get kind of 12 cookies, I'm going to use about a tablespoon to make my balls of dough. So what I'm going to do, I have a cookie sheet already lined with parchment paper. Kinsley, I'm going to scoot you down because you're busy with your stickers right now. There you go. Oh, thank you. Stickers and baking. Okay, we'll put that right there. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, so I'm going to use, like I said, a tablespoon, but I'm going to add a little extra. See, it's not perfect. And I'm just going to roll balls with my hands And I'm going to place them on the cookie sheet. So I'll do this as fast as I can. Yeah, so you just want to divide it to try and get 12 cookies. If you want to make a few extra, then make them a little smaller, but then you might have to adjust the cooking time. And these are going to cook in the oven, or bake, I should say, not cook, for 16 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Everyone's oven is a little different, so you don't want them to overcook and get really dried out. Coconut flour, I find, can be kind of dry sometimes, so just check on your cookies. Make sure you're not overcooking them. You just want them to be a nice golden brown. I'll show you what they look like done in a minute. Here. So you're just making them into nice balls here and putting them on the cookie sheet.
The ball?
A ball of cookie dough.
The cookie?
Cookie, yeah. Kinsley, she sure is starting to talk lots. She's about 2.5, so starting to come. I don't quite understand her, but I try. And I think if you were a stranger listening to her, you really wouldn't know what she was saying. Alright, and if you guys have seen my videos, sometimes you see Paisley jumping in the back. She's my little one, and she is going to be 6 months already tomorrow. It's crazy how fast time goes by. But 6 months. And she's sure turned into a happy little baby. It's nice. And she's been sleeping through the night, so that's also nice. Alright. If you guys are watching and you have kids, put the number of kids that you have in the comments below. Okay, so I kind of screwed up on my sizes because I am 1 cookie short. So I'm going to take a little bit from each one so I can make 12 cookies. Alright, that is good. So I have 12 on the cookie sheet now, like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten them out. So I'm just going to use my hands, push them down. If you don't, they're not going to really flatten out when you bake them. Not like non-low carb cookies. Okay, but then you got to wash your hands after. Okay? Okay, push them down. Good job. Nice. Yep. Push down. So flatten them. And they don't have to be super thin. Kinsley's maybe flattening them out a little too much, but that's okay. So you push these ones down, Kins. You're doing great. Push them down. Good job. Okay, you got one more to do. One more. Good. Okay, now you need to go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Okay, so here's what my cookies look like. Flattened. So they don't look perfect, but they taste good. So that's what they look like. I'm going to put them in the oven. My oven's preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to put them in there for 16 minutes. Remember, watch them because everyone's oven's different, so you don't know exactly. So I'll just go stick them in. Wash my hands quickly. And this is what they look like when they're done. So this was a batch. Whoa, just about dumped them all off the plate. This is what they look like. So they're a nice golden brown. And yeah, they are really good. So thanks again. You washed your hands. Good. Should you show everyone you washed them? Thanks again, guys, for watching us. This was Keto Cooking with Katie and Kinsley. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video and can test it out. And if you don't mind sharing this video, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.